Welcome to LezCast. I am your host, Amanda Costner. We are recapping First Kill Season 1, Episode 5. And with me today is a very special lady, if I don't say so myself, the board game queen, and my wife, Ro.
Hey.
First Love is the title of episode 5. First love. Do you remember your first love?
You mean when we first met?
Ah, that's the answer I was hoping for. But for real, was I your first love?
Yeah.
Aww. I didn't expect this to get so romantic. You were my first love too, honey. After Dr. Pepper and ranch dressing. That is. So really my third, but first in a traditional human-to-human sense. Okay, so let's just jump in here. Juliette and Cal are running away together. As we start this episode off, this show loves to give us the slow-mo running shot. That's one of their faves. Of course, they're running away from Green-Eyed Dad.
Yeah, right.
He scared the shit out of them.
He was like possessed. He's possessed now.
I feel like through the course of this episode, we actually learn he is like a snake man. He's like half snake man.
Right. The half vampire, half snake. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a vamp snake. Do you like how we start every episode off with Juliette or Cal narrating things? Like we get a little...
I do.
It's something like this. It's like, you never know where the monsters are.
Yeah.
They could be behind one corner or another corner. They could be behind all the corners. The key is knowing how to defend yourself when you turn that corner and they're there. You get what I'm going.
Yeah. It's like usually like a long kind of like related to what's happening in the show, but also maybe, applicable to life in general type of line. Yeah. I do like it. It's like a little bit I just in the show in general, they're going back and forth between the two characters' points of view. And so, I think it kind of, it makes it more.
Do you think we'll ever get anyone else, or will it always go between either Juliette or Cal?
It seems like for now they're kind of focusing on those two characters. And I think it's actually really useful because, especially for Cal, because I feel like she's the more closed off, kind of quieter character. Like I feel like Juliette is a little bit more open and like kind of wears her emotions on her sleeve a little bit more, but Cal's a little bit more like, kind of, you don't really know what she's thinking. So like, I think it's really actually useful to have her first person point of view.
Yeah, that's a good point. Did you notice how Juliette, she puts on one letter jacket and she turns into kind of a bad boy overnight?
She's like kind of a baddie, yeah.
Breaking into the school, no questions asked.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I was surprised by that because the first 4 episodes we get much more timid, angsty. She's got deer in the headlights look sometimes, but at the beginning of episode 5, it's break the glass. I am going to figure this out for us. I got this.
Well, I think she's like, I think she even might say, I think she says something even to this effect at some point where she's like, when I'm with you, I can be myself or something like that. And I think she's like,
they both have some, when we're together, it's just, they
just
have some of those moments.
Yeah.
It definitely gave me Leo and, oh my goodness, what's her face vibes from Leo's Romeo and Juliet?
Oh yeah, Claire Danes.
Claire Danes, yeah.
Yeah, totally, yeah. And like I think like Juliette's, I think she's not just like a good girl. I think she is kind of a badass. So she's like coming into her own. You
think this is? We're finally getting the real Juliette.
Maybe, I don't know.
Question.
It's like a coming of age story.
It is. Yeah, you're right. We're getting to know both of them.
Yeah.
does this school not have a security system? I gotta imagine in 2022, they at least would have like a Ring camera in the theater.
Yeah,
or,
apparently, apparently they don't have anything. Yeah,
one of those doorbell cameras going on. I just gotta think, like maybe the principal would have an old cell phone. He could install one of those apps, like something.
Yeah.
You know?
No, there's nothing. I mean, I don't know. It's the South, I guess. So I don't know.
Oh, I guess because that's a thing. Like, oh, you don't have to lock your door.
Yeah, maybe.
Not in Virginia. We don't have things like thieves here. That's below the South. This show sort of like talks about itself when we have Cal and Juliette inside of a Romeo and Juliet set. Calliope is quoting Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet.
Very on the nose.
Yes, super on the nose.
Yeah. I kind of liked it. I don't know. Like it's like a fun TV show.
I didn't hate it.
They don't need to be like so, subtle about things. They can just be.
They are embracing the cheese.
Yeah.
As your people, the Wisconsin Packers would say, they're embracing the cheese. And they are like, we're going to talk about it. It's like they're not breaking the fourth wall, but they're like breaking some other wall of like, talking about what the show is about.
Yeah. I like it. It's like kind of cool. Yeah. It didn't bother me.
I didn't hate it as much, but I do have to make fun of it because it's pretty hilarious.
Yeah. No, it's we should definitely.
It would be like if the L Word did an episode where Shane and Alice and all them. I don't know. Actually, I don't know how the L Word would do it because the L Word's not based on anything.
Yeah. I was wondering where you were going with that. Actually,
I didn't know it was a Michael Scott.
It seems like you just kind of started it without any clear goal in mind.
Possible if the L Word had an episode where they went to a bar, a lesbian bar, and they like filmed everybody going crazy for them. Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay. What do you think of the information dump pump on dates that Cal and Juliette do? Like, they just get it all out there right away. They're doing like a 20 questions type thing. Favorite music, favorite blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it did feel like a little bit maybe rushed. And this is like when they were like laying into the
But this is the thing people do,
whatever,
Like, people do this. I don't think we did it.
I mean, I think like lesbians in general, like kind of like move things along,
like
we have a
this is how we get to the U-Haul phase. We do the 20 questions.
20 questions, and then I mean, at least
you
that's
did that with me.
Yeah, no, we took our time.
Why didn't you want to rush me into the U-Haul?
Yeah. But I think they also just needed to like keep the momentum going with the show, maybe like.
Oh, right. So like, if not, like, this is totally realistic, and also why not? Because it'll move it along for us as viewers.
Yeah. Because like,
that's a good point.
Yeah, I think like there's so much going on in this show, there's so much action and drama with the vampires and the hunting of the vampires and whatnot. It's like, so I think they just had
to get the personal relationships moving along.
Yeah,
quicker. Get them to know each other faster.
Right, because then you can like move on to the next, whatever the next tension.
It would have been more realistic, honestly, if they just have them stalk each other's lives on social media.
I mean, that's probably more realistic.
Not entertaining. Not as entertaining.
Yeah, it's not as entertaining to like just watch somebody sit there for hours scrolling.
Yeah, why didn't they do that? Why didn't they just show No, we got a cool scene.
More realistic,
We get this cool Romeo and Juliet set in the security-less school. I like it, and then it goes awkward because I thought this was kind of silly. This shouldn't have been that awkward. But when Cal is like, "What's your favorite food?" and then it's like, "Oh my god!"
Oh yeah. We're just like, ooh, it's blood.
And then Juliet's like, "We call it feeding," with the serious music. They're acting like it's a disability or something.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they were kind of like, it was kind of like goofy the way they did that. Yeah. I thought it was funny when there was like a noise and Cal was like scared. She's like, "Oh, maybe it's a rat," and Cal was scared. Like I was like, "Cal, you freaking kill monsters.
Universe, honey.
And,
you only love that scene because, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody, my wife is deathly afraid of rats.
Yeah, I am. But like, it doesn't make sense that Cal is afraid of rats, though. That was what I thought was funny, that she was like afraid of rats.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
But she like is a monster hunter, So
she's like you. You're both badasses, and you're both terrified of rats.
Yeah. Maybe I can relate.
School starts. Romeo and Juliet are still in bed. Boy, they are really hitting the Romeo and Juliet thing on the head. Because like this is a scene from the play, right? Where Romeo and Juliet wake up like amongst a crowd of people.
I can't remember. It's been a while since I've read it.
Wow. We are just not up to par on our Shakespeare. I'm pretty sure that's
I read that in high school. I don't really
Me too. They forced all of us.
We should have read it in anticipation of this.
Hell no.
All right.
It was like my least favorite school year. Juliet and Cal call their parents, who are pissed, to which the girls are like all, hey mom, like it's fine, and like I'm at school.
Yeah, and then they're like, just give us this one day and then we'll do whatever you want. Like they were like negotiating. Yeah. They're pretty good at negotiating. Like my parents would definitely have been like, hell no. Like, are you kidding me? You do not, this is not a negotiation.
You talk about the South. In the South, children are property.
Yeah,
my dad
right.
Just boop, get out of here. We learn Juliet's dad is going through the change. He's hit Snake Legacy vamp menopause. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, he's leveling up.
He's going through some changes.
Yeah, some life changes.
We also learn, they all totally signed up to build sets with the theater. Juliet.
Apparently everybody just for a day signed up to be on the theater.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
Yeah.
What do you think of Ben's chessboard shirt in that scene? I took particular note of that.
Oh, I think it was good. Yeah, I don't think
How can you not remember? I can tell that you can't remember it. It was like that, and I think it's this episode when Talia, or maybe it's the last episode, Talia had like a sweet outfit on. It was like a two-piece. But Ben's I loved it because like I'm into chess. I thought it was stylish.
You always beat me at chess. That's why. I think I just
you're not as into chess.
Don't enjoy chess as much because I always lose.
Beat you. Wow.
But
Juliet hits Ben with a low blow. The old, your boyfriend is never going to come out of the closet.
That was kind of mean. Yeah, I know.
She knows it too.
Yeah, she like immediately apologized.
She was like, ooh, that was mean. I'm so sorry.
But I think like, I think it had to be said. It's like, I think there was truth to it. But like, definitely the way she said it was like very to hurt, it was meant to hurt him. And, so that was a low moment. Yeah.
I gotta say, anytime a friend of mine has dated somebody in the closet, my big mouth, I have always been like, nope, it's just...
Yeah, it's not a good idea.
I insert unwisely, because you should never give people advice, but I'm always like, get out!
So you just give unsolicited advice.
Yeah, that's my thing. That's why I have a podcast.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, like, I guess I just don't know. It's weird because I do remember being in the closet, and dating somebody in college, and we were both kind of in the closet, and so I kind of get it. But then this is a different situation because Ben is like loud and
Ben's
proud
not in the closet,
and then
it's different,
and it's not, and it turned out the guy he's dating is like kind of an asshole anyway. So
what was it, like 1998 when you were in the closet in college? That's
right?
Like it's way different. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's not that long ago. Yeah. but yeah, I mean it was a while ago. Yeah, so it's a different time. It's a different time now. So yeah, I think
this is the first instance they've made the like being queer thing a little bit of a plot line in the show. We don't know why his closeted boyfriend refuses to come out, but I have to assume, as both of us were closeted at various points in our life, that it's like, it kind of brings us back down to the reality of like, well, maybe it's not that easy for everybody.
Yeah,
it's not perfect yet.
I think it's easy for us to like just judge them because we're not in that phase of our life
because
anymore.
we're in our mid-30s.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and we're out, like people, kids growing up, like like there's lots of reasons why people stay in the closet, including fear of getting kicked out of the house by their parents and stuff like that. So who knows? I don't know. We never really are able to learn what this Ben's booze deal is. Yeah,
spoiler
but
you probably already know this if you're listening to a
yeah,
recap. But
yeah, he dies.
In a horrific way.
Yeah.
And
he was an asshole until the end. That was like,
and he
that
was
bothered
so
me.
mean to Ben.
Yeah. That was.
Do you think the show was like? I don't even want to say it. Do you think they were like trying to send a message like, "Don't stay in the closet, kids. Look what happens."
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. Like I don't know about that specific message, but yeah. Like I think they were just.
I don't know. Like you said, they did not make him look good, and then he died horrific.
But they also probably just like wanted us to like not be. They needed to like kill somebody off, and so like
somebody
let's just make this guy an
somebody
asshole.
who was in the closet.
Okay, fine. Oh, you're really hard on people in the closet. You're being like,
not me. The show. I'm saying the show is being hard on this guy.
Yeah.
I identify with this. I'm a preacher's kid. Hey, I identified.
Yeah.
He's probably. I don't know. Actually, who knows? A question: whose side are you on in the should Eleanor marry the rich rival Davenport vampires? Are you with Margot or Dad?
Yeah, this was interesting because like I did feel like there was like a shift because Eleanor is like very ambitious and kind of ruthless and doesn't seem like she just like will do what she needs to do to get ahead in this vampiric society or whatever and get power. And so, like in the beginning, it seemed like she was willing to do that and marry this dude who's like, just kind of like a douchey bro. It's, it was the gist I was getting. But then she kind of shifted, and I couldn't tell exactly why. Like, I like, was it because that they were talking about her like having a bunch of kids and like she, you kind of like.
Well, you're jumping ahead. I was asking about earlier in the episode between the two parents, but let's just jump into the debate. Eleanor definitely changes her mind because they're like, "Oh, you're gonna be a baby machine if we don't get our women." But what's interesting is that in this instance, I've been reading all these history books, and it was all about a male heir. You gotta have a male heir. Yeah, they practically threw the women babies out. The women babies, the female babies out the window as soon as they were birthed. You had to have a male heir. Here is the opposite, and so I was like, "Oh, that's cool."
Like I thought it was kind of badass, but then I was like, but still,
it's the man babies who don't matter now.
Like
the tables are turned.
But then, like the other interesting thing is like even though women are valued so highly in society, like they're still
women aren't valued.
No, in the vampiric society, in the matriarchal
in this
vampiric
world.
society.
Yeah. I thought you meant real life. I was like, what? Have you heard about what happened in the news?
Yeah. But like even though
we're recording this right after Roe v. Wade is reversed.
Yeah.
Sorry, honey. Sorry to bring that down. Sorry, go back. Even though in this world.
Even though in this world, women are female vampires are like are very powerful. Like the interesting thing was that the grandmother is still kind of treats her daughter and granddaughter kind of very poorly, and like I don't know, like it didn't seem equivalent to like
feminist girl power, girl boss, we're all gonna rise together.
Right, yeah.
It was more like I'm still stepping on you to get to the top.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Or to stay on top, in the grandma's case.
Exactly, yeah. It was still a little bit of that and not like, oh, we're in charge, we can do whatever we want, and we don't.
By the way, what the hell was that holding the hands saying the phrase together with all three of them? And they were praying to like Lilith?
Yeah.
Who's Lilith?
I don't know. I don't really understand, like, I guess the origins of the mythology behind their.
Or was it some sort
society.
of like, hey, this is our chant of like showing that we're together and we've always been together. I don't know.
I'm not sure actually. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, so back to the school. On the back of a fight between Ben and his closeted boyfriend, which we mention, the closeted boyfriend goes like pretty low. But I gotta say though, I will say like, not to excuse any of this on his closeted boyfriend's behavior, but he does tell Ben quite a few times, like, I'm not doing this. I know you're out. I'm not coming out.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. And it really takes like 4 or 5 times. And then finally, the last time the guy is mean to him, Ben finally seems to get it. And he's like, what? Like,
I think, but then like it seems like he was getting mixed messages. Like we're just seeing this small portion of their relationship, but like then Ben was like, oh, but you text me and like you always, I'm the first person you call and I'm the always, so like it seems like there is more behind it, and there's reasons why Ben would think that they're more serious, like a more serious relationship.
Right.
Than the
The
other
show
guy
is
perceives.
implying like, okay, I see what you're saying, that like he's getting the mixed messages.
Right. That's how I read it. Yeah.
But then on the back of the fight, out of nowhere, we get Flash Demon. The Flash Demon
Yeah.
just runs into the locker room, makes sure it's there just in time to get captured.
I thought it was
by
a
Ben's
zombie, no?
falling phone. Oh, sorry, zombie. You're right. It's not a demon. It looks like a demon. But the zombie, the Flash zombie, then it runs like Clark from Superman. I don't know if you noticed that style. It's Twilight style too.
Really fast, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. It turns out to be Smashley.
Right.
Another appearance from Smashley.
Yeah. Our
this
favorite
show loves Smashley.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Smashley.
I mean, yeah. I was kind of sad when they like killed zombie Smashley because I was like, oh, like
I know, but right before nothing feels normal anymore.
That was such a hilarious line. I loved it. I know. I loved it. It was like so
great line from
weird.
Smashley.
Yeah.
The Flash zombie.
And they really need to bring her back somehow. I don't know, like as a ghost or something.
Oh man. Also, I gotta say, in regards to the 2 grandmas talking at the meeting of the beginning of negotiations for Eleanor and Charles the whatever. I loved when they're talking and they're like describing the free range humans.
Oh my god! Yeah. Oh yeah.
I died.
That was so gross and weird. Yeah.
The server offering up his
funny
B positive blood.
Yeah. It was so. I mean, it was so weird because it was like like there were like some kind of like I don't know servants or blood servants or something. I can't remember the term they used, but so that was kind of weird. But it was like kind of interesting. Yeah.
And then the grandma refers to Juliette as like that anemic teenage sister.
Oh, yeah,
of
that
yours.
was really funny. Like when she said anemic. Yeah. She's like, yeah, that was a good, that was a funny description.
Talia calls a truce with Margot, but not before they compare battle wounds from the last episode. Babe, what do you think is worse, me almost dying or your best friends actually dying? It's like a really dark.
Yeah, right.
They're basically like, oh. Well, I almost lost my husband. Well, I did lose my best friends.
I know. Well, I think they were both, equally bad. And the one,
babe. Wow, me almost dying is equal.
No, not you. I'm just saying their situation.
Saying.
Their situation. Yeah.
That's the contest they're in. It's really morbid.
And the son was
tortured.
This
is the most morbid thing I've ever asked anybody on this show. The torture. Okay. Meanwhile, Cal and Juliette, they're like, nobody worry, okay? We've got, the Flash zombie under control. They didn't call any backup in to kill off Smashley. Another thing we learned is that the snake is kind of what proves or gives her grandma all the power. And I think, is a snake, it was something with an M.
There was like some name, yeah, like Margaret or I don't know. It's not Margaret, but it was like something like that.
Like Margaret.
It's like the power of Margaret. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh man. We're like, oh, that's Snake.
So like, do you think like the father has like the snake power or like? I don't understand.
Yeah, let's get into that scene. The most memorable scene by far of the episode for me is
just crazy.
So, God, let's just jump in. Let's see. The grandma follows the dad in to, and the dad's like, "I told you, leave my family alone." He did tell her. He did tell her now.
Yeah.
And then I guess he just gets really mad and also combination really hungry. Is this the most hangry anything has ever been?
Yeah, probably.
You eat your mother-in-law's whole body.
Yeah, that's pretty hangry.
This scene.
I mean, it was absurd. It kind of
so absurd.
Yeah.
And they don't really show us too. They like kind of do a little shortcut where it just like immediately just cuts to his eyes.
Hear the sound and then the eyes.
Yeah,
you're like, and then you're like, oh.
But you know what happened. The reason we know what happened is because Margot comes in. And oh my God, can we just give a round of applause for "Where's Mummy now?" The line Margot says, and then the dad's like, I ate her. Like he it's like spit it out, and then Margot's like, "You ate my mother?"
Yeah, right.
Well, like you ate her?
Like she's not like her reaction was just so funny because it was like she was like confused, but not necessarily sad or mad. And then ultimately she was like cool with it, like confused and right? Cool with it.
And at the end of all of this, Margot is going to be like, "Well, the good news is Eleanor's emperor now, and I'm gonna go make out with my husband."
Right? Yeah.
They make out after
so
all this.
Weird, such a weird reaction.
Hey, would you make out with me if I ate your mother? Would that be the first?
Yeah.
Don't answer. Good. Don't answer the question, babe.
No comment.
Maybe Oliver's dark side doesn't come from,
Yeah, from
the legacy.
Mommy dear. Yeah. Right.
It's Snake Dad also.
Yeah.
We learn Carmen, the witch, and Oliver, these two great loves, they are the ones who killed Smashley.
Yeah.
Which KJ was right about that on the last recap. Oliver tempts Juliette. Oh, by the way, we kind of skipped over, kind of interesting them basically showing immediately Juliette is struggling, not sucking the blood of her girlfriend.
Yeah, that was like a turn because like it seemed like she kept it under wraps for so long, but then like I guess she was like cut during that.
You know what? It's
kerfuffle or whatever.
When you got that thirst going, that bloodlust thirst, and you hear the hums, and then all of a sudden it's like she was kind of teasing her, just like all this blood.
Yeah, and it was like on her chest.
It was kind of like it was just like, oh yeah, it was like the oh come on, like what are you this? It's like come on, yeah, and then they decide we're just gonna stay together. We're not gonna leave each other's side. We're gonna tempt fate.
Right.
Yeah. Good decision, girls. Oliver tempts Juliette in the end by telling her he can turn her into a real human girl.
Yeah, this was interesting.
But she must agree to work with him in order to bring Eleanor down. He must not know his sister very well, because I feel like obviously she's not going to do this in good faith.
I think she will eventually, though.
What?
Because her whole thing is like she doesn't want to be a vampire. Like she doesn't like sucking blood. She doesn't like. She wants to
destroy Eleanor.
I think Eleanor is gonna push over the edge somehow. Like I think, like.
What's she gonna do?
I feel like they're setting up Eleanor.
She try to kill Calliope or something?
Maybe, yeah. She already did try to do that.
You're right. She did already capture her.
And
once.
Eleanor is like kind of ruthless. She's like kind of heartless.
She wants that power.
Yeah,
she's had
she's
some sort of a
hungry
line.
for power.
She's like, I want the power.
Yeah. She's like really ambitious, and I think she'll like push.
We'll see who's right, my wife or me. Yeah. Ro or Amanda. Okay. What grade are we giving this episode?
I thought it was like pretty good. It was like I would say an 8 or something. I thought it was like.
Oh, you're ranking
fun.
it 1 to 10.
Oh, sorry. What's the
grades? Or how did you get your grades up in Wisconsin? How do they give you guys 8s? Actually, I think that's what they do in Europe or something. I don't know. Don't at me.
I would give it like a A-.
A-.
I thought it was like pretty good. There was a lot of fun action. There was the two leads got to know each other better and
better than the last. Where would you rank it in the first 5 episodes?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like to me, like all the episodes are all pretty good.
You rank them all together. This tells you guys something about my wife. wife. She is very diplomatic. But you're right. No, they are all good episodes.
They each build on each other, and I feel like they've all been really good. So I don't know, like, I don't think it's necessarily.
If I'm gonna rank it, I don't know why. I really loved the Rampage in 4, so I think I rank 4 a little higher than 5.
Okay. Yeah,
it's a good episode.
Yeah. I think we like learn more, and
any episode we're learning more is good.
The weird dad eating the grandma thing.
That was so memorable.
Yeah,
you're right.
Super interesting.
My goodness. That was.
I did not see that coming. Let's just put it that way.
Woo! That had me fanning myself like a Southern woman. I was just, oh my God. They just went there.
Yeah.
He ate her.
Yeah.
Her whole.
Yeah.
Do you think they didn't show this because, like, I don't know that Netflix is giving them the money. Do you think what happened was he did like a snake thing where his jaw, you know how snakes their jaws, and then he just whole swallowed her, and that's why he was able to do it so quickly.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean that's really the most logical explanation.
Yeah. A lot of logic there. Yeah. Well, any other thoughts about the episode?
No, I think I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to continuing to watch the show.
No word yet on season 2, but we are chugging along. I'm gonna have recaps of the rest of the season out, so make sure you are subscribed wherever you listen to podcasts. We are also on YouTube doing this in video form. I want to thank my wife, Ro, who I have like the best wife in the world. She agrees to come on my podcast with me.
Happy to be here.
And I want to thank the listeners and everybody who's supporting. And we will be back with a recap of episode 6.